Hey guys, this is Elias with Softfly, and in this video I'm going to show you how to import metabox custom fields directly from Google Sheets using WP All Import. Now guys, the first step is get our files. I'm going to go here to Google Sheets, click on the share button, change the general access from restricted to anyone with the link, and then I'm going to copy this link, right? Go back here to WP All Import, choose download a file from URL, paste that URL here, click on the download button, and with this, WP All Import will fetch our data directly from Google Sheets. That's it. That's how you get your data from Google Sheets. Now, to get that data imported, I'm going to select the post type I want to import, which in this case is restaurants, and I'm going to continue to step 2. Now here in step 2, we just need to double check that our import file is looking good, that all of the rows are being detected, and that all of the columns are here with the right data too. Now this is looking good, so I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to step 3. Right, and here in step 3, we just need to drag and drop the elements like we always do. So I'm gonna drag and drop my title here, right? And my description is gonna be here. And then here for the images, we have 2 elements. We have the feature image and the gallery. Now guys, we are gonna use only the feature image here. So I'm gonna drag and drop that. And this gallery, we're gonna import that with the metabox import add-on, which is right here. So let's just preview and test this real quick, just to make sure that WP All Import is able to access this image. And so it does. So I'm gonna dismiss this. I'm gonna make sure that this option is enabled, the one that says set the first image to the featured image, because I want this to be our featured image. Now I'm going to scroll down a little bit and jump straight into the metabox add-on. Now here, all of the field groups you created for the post type you're importing are going to be shown here. Now I only have one, so I'm going to enable that and start dragging and dropping some stuff here. So here is the map address, then the street, and so on and so forth with the different fields. So let me get this really quick. Here we have the neighborhood and done. Now these are simple text fields, and they are, well, they're very simple. No, there is not much going on here. Now these other ones are a little bit more fun. So this is a time picker, so you can select a time from here. This one is a date picker, so you can do the same. And you can do the same with this radio field, which it's like a select field here in WP All Import, but in Metabox we created this as a radio. So let me show you real quick. Here it is, our rating, and this has a value of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and the label is these stars. Same here with this other price range radio, right? So here we're gonna do a little bit more to get this data imported, other than just dragging and dropping some stuff. So here for the opening time, I'm gonna delete this, because if I leave this like it is, it will get this exact time to all 1200 restaurants, and we don't want that because we do have here specific values for each restaurant. So I'm gonna delete this, right, and drag and drop my opening hours here, and WP All Import will use the str2time function to translate whatever time format you may have here in your file to whatever Metabox is using to handle your custom fields. So I'm going to do the same for the closing hours, and I'm going to do the same for the open scenes field too. Right? Cool. Now guys, here for the rating, you can't go ahead and drag and drop a value like so, because it won't allow you, but you can use this option that says set with XPath. And guys, if you know what XPath is, then that's great. You know you can do all sorts of crazy stuff here. But if you don't, well, that just means that you can drag and drop a value like so and place it here, and WP All Import will import this dynamically. So this restaurant will have a 5 stars rating, and this other one is gonna have a 2-star rating, and so on and so forth. So we're gonna do the same with the cuisine, right? And the dress code, which is here. Then let's just drag and drop the other data like we're doing here. All right, and here we have the gallery element. Now guys, this gallery element, I'm going to show you right now, it's a image advanced field in metabox. So you can drag and drop an element containing the different URLs for your images. And here you will need to be sure to check this delimiter out. And the delimiter is basically an element that's separating the different URLs. This can be a comma, a semicolon, a pipe, or whatever, right? So be sure to enter that element here. So in this case, it's a comma, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to enable this option that says search to the mir library for existing images before importing new images. I'm going to match this by URL, and you can hover on the question mark to know more about this, right? And we do have other videos where we dive a little bit more into details about how this works. For now, let's just continue. We have here our price range. So here is expense. Then we have our average price. And here we have these recommended dishes. Now I want to show you how this looks here. Here is recommended dishes. And this is a clonable group. And that means that you can clone this group, this whole group of fields, name, description, and price. You can clone them infinitely by clicking on the Add More button. Now in our file, we have here this element. We have menu name 1, menu description 1, menu price 1, and then we have menu name 2, menu description 2, and menu price 2. Now this is a fixed number of repeating elements across the whole file. Now each one of these restaurants will have 2 recommended dishes. Now I'm gonna use the fixed mode right here to import this data, and the way this works is just adding a row per repeating element, and since I have only 2, I'm gonna add 2 elements, right? So I'm gonna drag and drop my menu name 1 here, menu description 1 here, and menu price 1 here. Cool. Now with this, WPL import will populate this first recommended dish, right? And I'm going to do the same with the menu name 2, description 2, and price 2, right? And with this, WPL import will create a second one and populate the data correctly. Now, like I said before, this is the fixed way, but we have another way here. You can see here the reviews, and these reviews have a different format. You can see we only have 3 elements. We have review name, review comment, and review rating. And you can see that here in the reviews tab, we see the customer name, the comments, and the rating, right? So here we have the name, comment, and rating too, but the different values are not in separate rows, but they are separated with pipes, right? So if you go here to the first record, right, you can see this guy, Aaron Turner, is separated from this second one, Alison Mayer, and this one, Victoria Pearson, and Cheryl Castro, and Linda Nelson. Now, these are five different persons, and this is the comment that the first one left. Aaron Turner, he wrote delicious meal and cozy settings, blah, 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 and cozy settings, and so on and so forth, and he left this review rating. Now, the next person, Alison Mayer, right, she wrote this comment, and she left this review, and so on and so forth. But the interesting part here is that if I go here to the next record, you can see we don't have 5 elements. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 different reviews here. And this is cool because this is a variable number of repeating elements. So we're going to use this variable CSV. And the way this works is, well, let's just drag and drop the elements here, right? And we just need to make sure that the separator character is the same one we're using in our file. Now, by default, WPL import chooses a pipe, but you can change that to whatever your file is using, right? And finally, I'm gonna ignore blank fields, because if the value of the element or column in your file is blank, it will be ignored. Now we're going to use this option when some records in your file have a different number of repeating elements than others, and this is our case. So I'm going to leave this enabled. And with this, we have everything we need here in the metabox add-on section. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit, enable this taxonomies section, and I'm going to drag and drop my cuisine, right, my booking speed, which is here, and the availability, which is here. All right. Now, we're ready here, guys. These other settings, we're just going to skip them, but you can check the other videos in our channel or our website at wplimport.com if you want to know more about how to run PHP functions or do all sorts of crazy stuff here. And also, if you're feeling a little bit lost, just don't worry about it and contact our support team. We will be more than happy to help you out, guys. Now, here in step 4, we just need a unique identifier, and a unique identifier is a way WPL import has of telling one record apart from the other. Now, this is important because WPL import needs to know which record is which. But you can read this text if you want to know more, but if you don't want to overthink this too much, just click on the auto detect button, and WPL import will choose the right one for you. Now, these settings, I'm going to leave them as they are. I believe they are pretty much self-explanatory, but you can hover on these question marks and it will give you more details about what this option does. Now, the scheduling options are pretty cool because it will allow you to run this import automatically on a schedule, right? So say you have this file coming from a provider or something like that, and you need to have all of this data updated, right? Well, you can use the automatic scheduling service and maybe select all of the days you want to run this import and a time. Then WPL import will run in these days, right? Now you can also use cron jobs, which are free, and you can have a little bit more info on them here in this link, which will take you to our docs, right? Now, guys, what's cool about this, and using, of course, Google Sheets or maybe a feed or OneDrive or something that you can edit, right, in real time, is that WPL import will fetch always the latest data. So if, for example, you delete here a bunch of records, right, these records won't be available the next time you run this import. And this is great because maybe you can combine this with this feature to remove or modify restaurants that are no longer present in this import file, right? You can check out this video by clicking here on this YouTube icon. Or maybe if your data here changed because maybe this, the like diner, I don't know, maybe they lowered their quality or something like that, and now they don't have a 5-star rating, now they have 3, right? So the next time you run this import, right, it will get the latest data. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Like I said before, check out the other videos and check out our website if you want to know more about this. Now for today, let's just continue and run our import. And this is going to take a few minutes while WPL import unloads all of the images. So I'm going to pause the video here and come back when it's ready. Alright, guys, so WPL import is finished importing our restaurants. So let's check them out here. Alright, guys, so we have 1,200 restaurants, which is great. This is the number of restaurants we expected. So let's see how this looks in the front end. And here we have this beautiful website, and as you can see, we have a bunch of restaurants with their images and other data. So let's open this one up, see what's going on here. And here we have our feature image, the title, the star rating. This is the average price, the cuisine, the open scenes field. Here it is the description, the 2 taxonomies for the availability and booking speed, right? Here we have our address, the neighborhood, the open and close ad fields, price, cuisine, dress code, and whatnot. And here we have our gallery, which is always a good sign that all of the images seem to be here. It's great. Now here we have our cloneable group with the 2 different recommended dishes, the address field, and then we have here a bunch of reviews. So this is looking good. Let's see how this looks in the restaurants page. And here we have our title, description, the 2 taxonomies, right? And then we have the feature image. Here we have the map address fields, then the details with all of the fields correctly set up. Here we have the opening and closing times, the open scenes field, rating, the cuisine, dress code, and whatnot. Here we have our image advanced field with all of the gallery elements we downloaded. Then here for the menu, we have the data 2 and the 2 different cloneable groups, which remember, guys, we use the fixed mode, right? So this is looking good. And lastly, here we have our reviews with the different data we imported. So there you have it, guys. That's it. That's how you import metabox custom fields directly from Google Sheets using WPL import and the metabox import add-on. Now, guys, if you want to know more about how to import or export other metabox data, or if you're using maybe Jet Engine or ACF to handle your custom fields, or maybe you need to import or export other WooCommerce data like orders, products, and whatnot, just check out the other videos in our channel. Check out our website at wplimport.com and you will find your info there. For now, guys, thank you for watching and see you next time.